Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Viking Court. I would ask that you remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Coeur d'Alene High School senior, Peyton Ray Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
My goodness, how outstanding is that? Please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Randalls, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal of Coeur d'Alene High School. Thank you. I don't get that very often. That was nice. On behalf of the students and staff of Coeur d'Alene High School, I would like to welcome you to the Coeur d'Alene High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. We got these doors on the end opened up. Hopefully we get a breeze coming through here. Right now I feel like I'm back to my weight cutting days. All right, a few introductions. To my far right, off the stage, we have some of our counselors. We have Carrie Hines, college and career counselor. We have Austin Arehu, freshman class counselor. We have Megan Franklin, our sophomore class counselor. And somewhere over there, I can't see him, should be one of our assistant principals, Mr. Bill White. Over to my far left, we have our junior class counselor, Nicole Rader. We have our freshman class counselor, Christy Zimmerman. We have our senior class counselor, Danielle Melvin. And another of our assistant principals, Dr. Victoria Honnetschlager. On the stage, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Sean Hawker. Deputy Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael Nelson. Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Mr. Trent Derrick. Chair of the Board of Trustees, representing Zone 5, Rebecca Smith. And Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, representing Zone 2, Casey Morrisroe. To my right, we have Member of Board of Trustees, representing Zone 1, Allie Anderton. Member of the Board of Trustees, representing Zone 3, Heather Tenbrink. We have, like myself, another principal who has a daughter graduating tonight, Miss Honora Jewell. And the Clerk of Board of Trustees, Mary Ann Southwick. We have a few thank yous. Putting together a graduation is no easy feat. We had all hands on deck. We had a lot of folks contributing, trying to make this a special day for our class of 2023. We want to thank Miss Alexandra Walker, who will be leading our chamber singers. We want to thank our administrative professionals, Norma Alley, Sherry Cole, Betty Hensley, Beth Kaufmail, Lisa Knutson, Tracy Myers, Kelly Murray, Lori Nordman, and we want to give a special shout out to Diane Nagel, who is retiring this year after 15 years with the district. We want to thank our SRO, Officer Mario Rios. Our head custodian, Matt Tennyson. Mr. Robert Gibson, NIC, for the live coverage tonight. Seth Dennison of the Coeur d'Alene School District as well. Rocks Music, Bob and Julie Casagrande from Jostens and the Val Sal Awards. Special thanks to our junior parents for decorating this gym. It looks fantastic. And as I always say, Coeur d'Alene High School has the best supporters in the business of education with our community and with the Viking Booster Club and with the Viking Parent Network. We are so grateful for those groups. A little bit of housekeeping here. Restrooms are located down the hall in the V area. Please remain seated at all times during the processional ceremony and the recessional. We ask that we keep these areas clear of folks so that our walkways are not blocked. I just noticed my wife was standing over there. I probably shouldn't have said that. And we want to welcome our viewers who are in the auditorium right now watching tonight's ceremony, as well as those folks at home. What a special day for us, for me, both professionally and personally. This is my second year as a principal of CHS. This is my second graduation as the principal. And of course, I'm the father of one of the graduates out there. Sweet girl. I just want to share a quick story with you folks. Kind of encapsulates what I feel tonight means. And the story is this. My oldest son, when he was 5 years old, he kept getting in trouble at preschool. And I'd come into the preschool to pick him up after I'd get off work. And every time I'd come in, he'd be sitting in the naughty chair. And the trouble was he kept tackling other kids on the playground. And so I pulled him aside and I said, buddy, this tackling business is no good. And he tried to convince me that it was good for wrestling. But I said, we need to stop this. And I didn't have an immediate answer. I wasn't sure how to handle this. I didn't want to, crack the whip or anything like that. I'm not much of a yeller. And so I'm reading these parenting books, and this parenting book talked about delayed gratification and goal setting and things like that. So I talked to him. I said, buddy, I'll make you a deal. if you can go without tackling another kid or getting in trouble at school, for 5 days, I'm going to give you 2 Hot Wheels. If you can go 10 days, I'm going to give you 5 Hot Wheels. If you can go 15 days, I'm going to give you Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Now, he's laying in his bed, he's got his pajamas on, he sat up and his eyes got huge, and he's one of those kids that was always sweating, and he always had this earnest look on his face, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No." And he's like, "Rock'em Sock'em Robots?" I said, "Absolutely, buddy. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, if you can go 15 days without getting in trouble." We get a few days into this process, and every night when I'd put him to bed, he'd say, "Dad, how many more days?" I'd say, you got about 12 more days. A few days later, "Yeah, you got about 10 more days." A few days later, it's the same thing, and I don't know why he had this urge to tackle kids, but it was like he was really giving up something. We got about day 12, put him to bed, and I'm walking out of his bedroom, turn off the light. He says, "Dad, how many more days?" I said, "Buddy, you got 3 more days, you can do it, I believe in you." And he said, "Dad, it is so hard to be so good for so long." And I said, "Buddy, you can do it." I shut off the light, and he said, "Whoa, Dad, wait a second." Go back in, I go, "What is it?" He says, "Dad, if you were good for 15 days, would you get Rock'em Sock'em Robots?" I said, the question threw me off. I said, "Yeah, I suppose I would." He said, "Then you be good and I'll play with yours." Of course, the story conveys a simple truth. Commitment and perseverance are personal journeys that no one else can undertake for us. As you pursue your dreams, you will undoubtedly encounter roadblocks and setbacks. You will encounter moments of doubt, exhaustion, and frustration. And you will find, like that 5-year-old found, it's hard to be good for so long. Commitment is not easy, but it is the foundation upon which greatness is built. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead, knowing that no one else can achieve your dreams for you, whether that is becoming a computer scientist, and I know there's a few out there, especially in this front row, whether that's becoming a welder, or whether that's just earning Rock'em Sock'em Robots. We must take ownership of our journey, remain dedicated to our aspirations, and persist with unwavering commitment. And just let me add this, before I move off here, let me add this. And hear me out on this, because we're talking about your character right now. It is crucial that you acknowledge and thank your unwavering supporters. Your parents, your guardians, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your coaches, your teachers. They have provided you with and will continue to provide you with the wisdom, love, and guidance that fuels your success. They cheer you on, lift you up, and believe in your potential. And speaking of acknowledging and thanking, we collectively in this building, you sitting there, you up there, we need to acknowledge and thank somebody. I want to take a moment here to acknowledge and thank one of our seniors here tonight. She has been with us for 33 years. Miss Melody Melton has made an indelible mark on Coeur d'Alene High School with uncommon dedication. She has inspired a love for learning, fostered academic excellence, and provided invaluable support to our countless students. Her legacy of compassion, mentorship, and leadership will continue to shape so many lives in the Viking community. We are going to bring Miss Melton up here so that she can take a picture with her fellow graduates. How about you want to stand right in front of me here? This is great. Oh, that was a selfie. Never mind. Just kidding. I'm kidding. That'd be. Thank you. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up our commencement speaker and school board member, Miss Heather Tenbrink.
Good evening. It is an exciting day. I got to figure out this microphone, sorry. You've worked really hard for a lot of years to get here. I bet out on your boards, many of you have a picture of yourself at your first day of kindergarten. You're a lot different than that now, right? You've done so many things since then. Congratulations. I know it wasn't always easy. It's not always easy to reach goals like this, but good job persevering. You haven't done it alone, though. You've had other people who've helped you, right? So tonight, take some time to thank those people. Thank your parents and your other family members, teachers, school staff, your friends, all those who supported you and helped you reach this goal. And also tonight, let's remember that our whole community has helped support you. For many years, the Coeur d'Alene and Hayden communities have chosen to invest our efforts and some of our property tax dollars in your education. And we've done that because we care about you and we care about your future. Our whole community wants you to succeed, now and in the things that you go on and do next. And as you move on to those next endeavors, I want to share some advice that I've heard from other people and that I have found to be helpful. And this is it. It's when you make plans, write them in pencil. And I really like that because when we write in pencil, rather than pen, we have the opportunity to erase and rework something. And sometimes you're going to have to do that. Things just don't always work out the way we thought that they were going to work out. Your circumstances will change as you go through your life. You will change as you go throughout your life. And you'll find that you'll have challenges that'll come that you didn't see coming. You'll also have opportunities that'll come that you didn't see coming. Here's the second thing that I take away from this advice, and that is to make plans anyway. Even though these things will come that we don't expect, even though we're going to have to erase and rewrite sometimes, it's still worth making plans and chasing our goals. Some of you may not feel like you even know exactly what to do, but that's okay. Make some sort of plan. Some of you have really big plans and really big goals, and that is so awesome. I'm so excited for you and to see how that goes for you. But even with a big plan, sometimes you're going to have to rework it, right? Some of you have smaller plans. Some of you may think, I do not have a big plan. I have a very small plan, and that's okay. Some of the best things in my life started out small and got bigger as I went. Some of you can see all the way to your goal. You have every step. I'm a list maker. So some of you are like me and you have a list with this and this and this and this, right? You know every step. But sometimes we have to rewrite that, right? I hate to erase my list rather than cross it off, but sometimes that has to happen. And some of you can think of like two or three steps ahead, right? You have no idea how to get all the way to your goal. But that's okay too. That's enough to start with. Starting a process often helps us finish a process. Whatever your plans are, make sure that you're building something. Build your career, build a business, build a family. Please build up your community. One of the keys to a happy life is building something worthwhile with people that you care about. So make sure that your plans include that. And especially, make sure to continue to build your minds. Now, some of you probably have plans to continue on with formal education. Some of you don't. But either way, you can be a lifelong learner. You can be a person who builds your mind your whole life. And I know that that will lead to good things for you. And especially you'll notice it when your plans have to change, when you have to take that eraser, erase your pencil, rewrite it. If you've continued to learn throughout your life, it will help you in that situation. I am so excited for all of you. I am excited to hear about your next adventures. And well done, Coeur d'Alene High School class of 2023.
Thank you, Ms. Tenbrink. At this point, I am going to call up our valedictorian, Turner Davis Cox, and our salutatorian, Riley Ann Yake.
Thank you, Principal Randalls. Good evening and welcome everyone. Parents, teachers, faculty, counselors, administrators, school board trustees, Superintendent Dr. Hawker, and of course, the entirety of the graduating class of 2023. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Riley Yake, and I am proud to represent the class of 2023 as your salutatorian. I am incredibly grateful to be given this honor and to have the opportunity to speak in front of you all today. I am extremely proud of and thankful for the amazing class of 2023, which has worked so hard to get to this point. I am grateful for my parents, who have loved and supported me through every step of my academic and personal journey. I am thankful for all of the teachers who have blessed my life and for every teacher who I have not had the privilege of meeting. Finally, I am grateful for my Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ, who have blessed me with the strength to get to where I am today, and answered my prayers for the guidance on what to do with my future, and given me the courage to be here on this stage right now. If I could use all of my time tonight for thank yous, I totally would, but I prepared something a little more interesting to share with you all this evening. When I found out I was going to be the salutatorian this year, I panicked because I realized that I had to write a speech and I had absolutely no idea what to talk about. I wanted to speak about something that would resonate not only with the graduating seniors, but with everyone in attendance tonight. I read several commencement speeches, listened to CHS speeches from years past, and even considered stealing the speech from the movie Twilight. One day, I was sitting in chemistry, listening to the morning announcements, and realized that the answer to my dilemma was right in front of me. I would base my speech on a phrase that all of us students hear every single day at the end of the morning announcements. Be kind, work hard, be humble. Have a great day, and go Vikes! I wondered why I had not thought about this idea sooner, then quickly remembered that one of Mr. Carnes's favorite activities is to loudly lecture over the announcements so that they are impossible to hear. Jokes aside, this phrase really resonated with me because it is a great reminder of what we stand for and work towards in the Viking community. This phrase makes it so that every day, every person in the building is reminded to be a little kinder, to work harder, and to cultivate more humility in their lives. Tonight, I wanted to share with you how these three qualities have impacted me throughout my high school career. The first quality we as a Viking community were prompted to develop was kindness. Every day, we got a constant reminder to simply be kind. But what does being kind truly mean? On my very first day of freshman year, I walked into my first period class and met Mrs. Kathleen Severson. I was a scared 14-year-old girl who had one friend in this big new school, and I didn't even have any classes with her. When I met Mrs. Severson, I was immediately put at ease. She was new too, probably a little scared as well, but welcomed all of us into her classroom and started getting to know us right off the bat. I liked how she not only learned our names, but asked us questions about ourselves to truly know who we were as individuals. Later in the year, when COVID hit and schools closed down, Mrs. Severson made time to call all of her students to check in on how they were holding up over quarantine. Flash forward to junior year. because of the warm welcome I received, warm welcome to high school I had received from Mrs. Severson and other teachers, I was now a 16-year-old girl who had made many new friends and had finally grown comfortable in this big new school. At this point, Mrs. Severson had started teaching my AP Lang class. Since the majority of us had already had her as a teacher as freshmen, she knew us and cared about helping us grow not only as writers, but as human beings as well. Throughout the year, she not only checked up on my progress, writing countless rhetorical analysis essays, but asked about my plans for the future and helped me to build a solid foundation for my lofty goals. Circling back to my main theme, part of being kind is welcoming those who may feel alone or left out into your sphere and showing them love and respect as you do so. Another component of kindness is unifying those you care about once that trust is established. Mrs. Severson's English classes helped me to develop my kindness and reminded me of the importance of becoming a better person every single day. One other example that I have been given the opportunity to see this past year came from Mrs. Kaufmel, the College and Career Secretary. Before this year, I can acknowledge that I was terrified of her. So of course, it was to my chagrin when I found out that I would be her TA for the whole school year. On the first day of school, I was genuinely afraid to sit in her office for an entire hour every single day. Somehow, however, a friendship thawed. It started when my friend and I moved to the main table in the College and Career Center. Next, we started chatting about our plans for the weekend. Then, we started talking all about life, college, and future careers. By the end of first semester, I had started ranting to her all about my life problems because I realized that she was incredibly talented at giving advice. Slowly, but surely, Mrs. Kaufmel's kindness allowed for a friendship of trust and support to grow. Even though senior year was incredibly difficult, filled with challenges in my friend groups, endless college applications, countless scholarship essays, and Mr. Carnes's bottomless pit of chemistry problem sets, her kind demeanor every day in the College and Career Center really carried me through. The kindness, support, and care from Ms. Kaufmel reinforced my appreciation for and understanding of what it really means to be kind. The second quality the Coeur d'Alene Vikings were constantly reminded to strive towards was hard work. As an AP student who was very involved in school clubs and activities, I thought I understood the value of dedication and hard work. Once I hit Mr. Colin Donovan's class, however, I learned what working hard really meant. On the first day of class, Mr. Donovan gave an intimidating speech about the heavy workload of the course, including essays that would be due every week and notes on the entire textbook. I sat there, stunned, because even though I had heard horror stories about junior year, I had not believed that it would actually be that bad. Unfortunately for me, it was that bad. Between my 3 AP classes alone, I felt like I was drowning in homework. So with SAT prep, cross-country, student council, BPA, and trying to maintain some semblance of a social life, I quickly realized that I was in way over my head. One silver lining came from the heavy workload, however, and that was Mr. Donovan's daily pep talks. At the beginning of class every day, he would tell us how far we were falling behind schedule, give us updates about Superior, Montana, and give a motivational speech using at least one of his favorite catchphrases. Number 1, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Number 2, this is where the rubber meets the road. And my personal favorite, it's just the grind. His emphasis on continuing to power through, even when we all felt discouraged, along with the helpful Donovanisms, genuinely gave me the power I needed to finish out junior year strong. I can recall moments of utter despair while working on hours of homework when I would just have to remind myself to grind it out, and I'd magically have a boost of energy to help me finish it. Not only did it apply to powering through challenging academic work, it got to the point where during cross-country races, when I was feeling burnt out or unmotivated, I would say to myself, "This is where the rubber meets the road, Riley," and miraculously, I'd have a massive burst of energy that would push me through to the finish line. All in all, Mr. Donovan's class taught me the value of hard work, and his Donovanisms gave me the strength to continue grinding through hard things, even when they seemed truly impossible. The final quality that the morning announcements prompted all of us to develop was humility. When I started high school, nobody knew who I was, and I sought out to change that right away. I tried to make new friends in all of my classes and get involved in the Viking community by joining as many activities as I could. Most of all, however, I wanted to impress a cute senior boy who will unfortunately remain nameless. Hopefully, some of you in the audience will be able to relate, but little freshman Riley was absolutely head over heels for this boy who didn't even know I existed. To try to get him to fall in love with me, every Wednesday, I would dress up in my cutest outfits because every Wednesday, he would come to my early morning seminary class. Apparently one day, I was feeling on top of the world with confidence because I volunteered to do 75 push-ups as part of our object lesson. I know it doesn't look like I can do 75 push-ups now, and that's because I can't, but freshman Riley was crazy strong and whipped out those push-ups like nobody's business. Oh, and did I mention that the day I pulled this little stunt was a Wednesday? Yes, it was a Wednesday, which I remember because I stood up from cranking out those push-ups, looked around the room, and saw that the boy I had been trying to impress was fast asleep on his desk. I was devastated, crushed, humiliated, but most of all, humbled. At that moment, I vowed to never get so cocky again. Instead of putting on big displays to get noticed, I decided to focus on being kind to those around me and working hard to achieve my goals. Another instance where I found myself truly humbled was when I auditioned for Frozen this year. I'd always wanted to be a part of a musical, but I'd been so busy in previous years and hadn't had time to really commit. I went into auditions feeling confident, probably a little bit too confident considering my lack of experience and preparation, but was quickly humbled when I forgot every single word to my audition song. Luckily, I still got a role in the production because it ended up being one of the coolest experiences of my life. I was able to learn a little more about being kind because every day before rehearsal, Mr. Helm would remind us about the main theme of the musical, which was that love is an open door. He really emphasized the importance of embracing our differences, loving one another, and choosing to be kind to everyone around us. Even though the experience initially seemed daunting and immediately humbled me, I learned valuable lessons in kindness and respect as I continued to participate in the production. One last experience I will share today was when I joined the cross-country team the summer before sophomore year. I originally went to practice simply because my friends insisted that I join the team, not because I particularly enjoyed running. In fact, I hated running and had never run more than one consecutive mile in my entire life. The first day, one other girl showed up to practice. I figured I could run with her because I didn't know where I was going and did not want to go off alone. I immediately realized that choosing to tag along with her was a mistake because a fraction of the way through the run, I felt my legs go to jelly and my lungs turn to stone. Embarrassed, I turned around. As I walked to the park, tail between my legs, I was passed by the rest of the team who were all returning from their long run. Needless to say, I was humiliated, but I used this experience to fuel my desire to work harder and harder throughout the season. Due to the encouragement of my incredible coaches and teammates, I took about 8 minutes off of my 5K time. This would not have been possible without the help that allowed me to grow stronger, increase my grit, and work harder every single day. Humility doesn't always equate humiliation. Sometimes, humility means understanding that there's always more to learn, more room to grow, and more working to consistently become a better person than you were before. So there you go. Who knew that being kind, working hard, and being humble would have such a significant impact on my high school career? If you're able to gather just one main message from my speech today, let it be this. As you work to develop yourself through positive qualities such as kindness, hard work, and humility, remember to use these attributes to give back to everyone around you. I would not be where I am today without the amazing people who have exemplified these values and the beautiful experiences that have taught me to develop these qualities more in myself. I love you all. I'm filled with gratitude to have had the opportunity to speak with you all this evening. I'm grateful for each and every one of you and the positive impact you will have on the world as you move forward with your lives. I love Coeur d'Alene High School. I'm grateful for the experiences that I have had here that have shaped me into a confident young woman who is ready to take on any challenge that life throws at me. Now, there's no better way to conclude my speech than to reiterate, for the last time, the closing of the morning announcements. As always, be kind, work hard, and be humble. Have a great life, and go Vikes! Now it is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Turner Cox.
Thank you, Riley. That was a wonderful speech. All right, first and foremost, I would like to give a special thank you to my parents for giving me every opportunity to succeed. I would not be capable. Thanks. I would not be capable of any of my accomplishments without you. I would also like to thank my sister for being a successful figure for whom I can look up to. Students, we have made many memories together. Although we are all at the beginnings of our unique journeys, I am confident that we will all go on to change the city, state, and even nation for the betterment of society. All of the knowledge we have acquired at Coeur d'Alene High School will no doubt be the basis for what we build on in the future. Think of every staff member who helped guarantee you a safe learning environment. Think of every door CHS has opened for you. Let us recognize the quality of our time spent in this school district, and let us do whatever we can to retain this quality education for future generations. I want to continue to give thanks for my time at CHS. Many of my teachers have acted as mentors, and with their support and encouragement, I felt like I could take on any challenge. My peers are responsible for giving me the courage to never give up. The encouragement and competitive nature displayed by my peers is the reason I find it in myself to go to school each morning. CHS was an incredible school to attend, and my experience here developed my love for learning. I would also like to thank my role models, public figures and personal connections alike. My parents instilled in me a great work ethic and the motivation to use it. They taught me the importance of giving effort, a lesson that I hope to never forget. Tupac taught me to work hard, to believe in myself, and to never give up. My favorite tennis player, Nick Kyrgios, taught me to not fear a challenge and to never worry about how others perceive me. David Goggins, a motivational speaker, taught me to be strong, to live in the present, and stand up for what I believe in. Throughout my time at CHS, I have grown immensely, and if I have learned one thing to separate from the rest, it is to use others as role models. I urge you to look up to those who excel in whatever field it is you are interested in and learn from them. The most effective way to improve yourself is to absorb knowledge from several different role models and integrate the knowledge into your own skill set. Even an expert still has a lot to learn. But today it is time to celebrate, for we are done with high school. We must now look into the future together. Step into the next chapter of your life with your head held high, armed with everything you have gained in the last 4 years. Class of 2023, you have the tools and you are ready to use them. Tap into that drive that you all have, and you can prosper anywhere you choose. Now, I would like to end with a quote to serve as a reminder to have faith in your abilities and to never give up. Dion Waiters, former NBA player and role model to me, said, "I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because if you go 0 for 9, that means you stop shooting. That means you lost confidence." Thank you and congratulations, CHS Class of 2023, on the momentous achievement of graduating high school.
Absolutely outstanding students. All right, great job. Dr. Hawker, hard to see you back there. As principal of Coeur d'Alene High School, it is my honor to present the graduating class of 2023 and certify. They have completed the requirements necessary for graduation as specified by the state of Idaho and School District 271.
Thank you, Principal Randalls, and it's my pleasure to accept the graduating class. It's my honor to say just a couple of very brief things. Congratulations to all seniors and their parents and their grandparents and all of their loved ones. Congratulations to all the terrific staff who have helped make this day possible for these seniors. Class of 23, you should be very proud of your accomplishments. I'm going to be super brief. You're not going to really remember anything I say anyway. But I want to say this. You know, across the district, we had 600, almost 700 graduates. Over 300 of those graduates are right here in this room today. The seniors in this district have accepted over $3 million in scholarships. And they've probably been awarded 3, 4, 5 times that many, though that's just the number they've accepted. 52 seniors district-wide, 25 seniors from this group right here already have their associate's degree. $179 seniors right here have vocational certifications already. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments. Here's my few recommendations as you continue forward. Embrace the journey. Graduating high school marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Embrace the journey that is ahead and open your mind with a positive attitude. Set goals. Take some time to reflect on your aspirations and set both short and long-term goals. Having a clear vision of what you want to achieve will help you stay focused and motivated. Explore your passions. Use this time to explore your interests and your passions. Pursue activities and hobbies and subjects that truly excite you. This will not only bring you joy, but also help you discover your strengths and potential career paths. Continuously learn. Education doesn't end with high school. Whether you choose to attend college, enter the workforce, take a gap year, make a commitment to lifelong learning. Stay curious, seek knowledge, and develop new skills along the way. Embrace failure and resilience. Understand that setbacks and failures are a natural part of life. Embrace them as learning opportunities and develop resilience. Learn from your mistakes. Adapt and keep moving forward. Take care of yourself. As you embark on this new phase, remember to prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Enjoy the journey. Remember to enjoy the journey. Celebrate your accomplishments, cherish the memories, and make the most of the experiences that come your way. High school graduation is a significant milestone, so take a moment to celebrate and appreciate how far you've come. Best of luck with your future endeavors. Seniors, we honor you and hope this graduation ceremony will be a fitting culmination to your efforts. Chair Smith, it is my pleasure to present to you as the chair of the Board of Trustees, the Coeur d'Alene High School graduating class of 2023, which has completed all requirements for graduation.
It is my honor as a member of the Board of Trustees that I certify the class of 2023 for graduation, and I authorize the issuance of diplomas. Congratulations.
Turner Davis Cox.
Riley Ann Yake.
Bryn Isabella Johnson.
Alexander James Nip.
Madeline Kiata Wigdahl.
Robert Stephen Dorme.
Lindsay Renee Overturf.
Evan MacArthur Lauer.
Macy Lee McLaughlin.
Rand Jonathan Warman.
Lance Tristan Emery.
Jack Davis Adams.
Taylor Jane Bateman.
Allison Amy Bell.
Kaylin Grace Carpenter.
And Gabriel J. Stancer.
Madeline Michelle Day.
Lee Ann Dribbin.
Savannah Effington.
Christian John Gallo.
Emmeline Grace Hansen.
Kate Noel Hooper.
Sunny Catherine Hunt.
Taylor Gray Izzard.
Ethan Andrew Johnson.
Elena Marie Mack.
Aubrey Grace McElvaney.
Olivia Lee Mitchell.
Brooke Elizabeth Odenthal.
Taryn McKinley Olson.
Michaela Clark Orr.
And Elliot Robert Smart.
Samuel Arthur Verheeren.
Audrey Gwyneth Judson.
Ashlyn Andrea Bishop.
Cole William Courtney.
Hannah Avery Black.
Emma Jane Okonowitz.
Wyatt James Emmerich.
Madison Nicole Simmons.
Joseph Allen Colehall.
Tara Lynn Dittman.
Jake Allen Whiting.
Liam Carter Francis.
Sophia Louise Tandy.
Cooper Morgan Prahanswitz.
Kaylin Michael Haler.
Kendall Nicole Hansen.
Gavin James Butler.
And Emma Leanne Thompson.
Jocelyn Olivia Sudich.
Caitlin Rayanne Boyer.
Amara Louise Scoutons.
Christopher Cole Harrison.
Ariana Morris.
Caitlin Shea Miller.
Emily Dodd.
Isabella Lynn Blackstone.
Caitlin Shohana Spurl.
Cadence Joyce Greenbank.
Christian Ryan Frazier.
Hannah Margaret Stone.
Kaylani Joy Smith.
Lindsay Suzanne Stubbs.
Madeline Louise Sims.
Cameron Charles Davy.
Christine Michelle Schmidt.
Samuel Walker Allen.
Peyton Ray Smith.
Garrett Thomas Anderson.
Autumn Marion Piercy Anderson.
Ethan James Armstrong.
Peyton Gustav James Anderson.
Claire Olivia Asher.
Jada Marie Armstrong.
Livy O'Very.
Jillian Montrose Ashford.
Sydney Sophia Bailey.
Ryan Jillian Ayers.
Catherine Bakken.
Dylan Walker Bailey.
And Isaac Berrigan.
Isabella River Bernard.
Avery William Bartos.
Reed Raymond Nelson Barthold.
Kendall Lee Bentley.
Sydney Robert Bemis.
Jeffrey Russell Beiersdorf.
Anna Faye Betts.
Ethan Lucas Bishop.
Peyton Noel Blood.
James Patrick Bogdanowitz.
Mia Bliss Bond.
Katie Joe Booth.
Carson Hallie Bolin.
Ava Lewis Boyd.
Anthony James Brandsetter.
Riley Ray Brewer.
Kyle Lewis Bridge.
Jaden Brooks Brown. Amanda Lynn Budweiser.
Jesse Hayden Brown.
Nathaniel Cole Bullock.
Finian Sky Burnworth.
Nathan Joseph Callan.
Ty Michael Button.
Kytriana Rochelle Burrell.
Alejandra Noel Katie.
Lily Ann Byers.
And Noah Ryan Callens.
Benyon Hales Cannon.
Aurora Lynn Carpenter.
Mia Josianne Carrico.
Caleb Jeffrey Chamness.
Colin Robert Cherney.
Jonah Paul Christensen.
Michael Dion Clark.
Annika Lynn Clevenger.
Abigail Eden Clubb.
Kaylee Ann Coddington.
Joseph Allen Cohen.
Alicia Leonie Collett.
Carson James Costello.
Hayden J.C. Crenshaw.
Madison Nicole Cummings.
Seth David Doncereau.
Hunter Seth Dean.
Zoe Rose DeMoo.
Jocelyn Ann Dennis.
And Jocelyn Marie Dimitri.
Delaney Claire Drummond.
Caden Thomas Dryden.
Cooper Lee Erickson.
Rada Ann Ernst.
Amos Jonathan Estes.
Colton Michael Farrar.
Gabriel Robert Fusier.
Chase Thomas Foster.
Cooper Douglas Frank.
Elise Genevieve Frazier.
Matthew Scott Gardner.
Heather May Gertner.
Taya Danae Gibbs.
Sullivan James Gilbert.
Chase Austin Gimlin.
Lily Lou Ann Givens.
Bradley Joshua Gomez.
David Gonzalez.
Saray Marie Goody.
And Victoria Lee Goodwin.
Delaney Francesca Gosh.
Darren Spencer Gosh.
Luke Pamplona Green.
Connor Thomas Griffin.
Aaliyah Marie Gronvelt.
Alberto Ariel Guerrero Jimenez.
Aaron James Waltney.
Jonah Adam Hain.
Michaela Elizabeth Hall.
Bryce Kendall Hall.
Emily Francis Hart.
Vassar Tennyson Harvey.
John Rudolph Haynes.
Logan Taylor Haynes.
Carson Lee Heibel.
Victoria Renora Hearn.
Drew Anthony Hansen.
Michaela Ann Hosford.
Samuel Smith Isaacson.
And Kelly Marie Holbert.
Wesley Austin Jenkins.
Ivy Bell Jeffords.
Lydia Alexandra Jenkins.
Gabrielle Gilbert Human.
Annabelle Elizabeth Jewell.
Gabriel Dean Johnson.
Aaron Elijah Johnson.
Seth Matthew Johnson.
Troy Alexander Johnston.
Dylan Forrest Jones.
Talia Leanne Jones.
Miles Henry Camera.
Andrew William Carnes.
Chloe Beth Kelly.
Keaton Maxwell Kelly.
Ethan Michael Keogh.
Preston Colley Kinney.
And Kiana Rose Kirk.
Lola Florence Klein.
Julie Ellen Clenert.
Jack William Cleaver.
Alex Ray Nealon.
Madeline Page Knight.
Alexander Nichols Knoll.
Justin Wayne Kobloff.
Elijah Joseph Conrath.
Herbert Marquise Lacey.
Lydia Grace Liaza.
Dax Ryan Larson.
Maverick Summit Larson.
Judah Christian Laurie.
Christian James Ledger.
Carter Dick Lindell.
Casson Ray Lippy.
Addison D. Little. Gabrielle Alexis Lewis. Jackson Hyatt Lucas. And Natalia Anne Marie Lucero. Riley Idaline Lumbert. Scott Michael Lumbert. Leslie Millay. Logan Joseph Markowski. Jane Elizabeth Mock. Jillianne Grace Maurice. Taylor Jade McFadden. Ashlyn Lake McGinley. Braden Douglas McKinney. Micaiah Ray McFedrin. Jack Killian Meehan. George Franklin Metcalf. Angelo Bryson Miller. Carter Nolan Minster. Christopher William Mongan. Alexander William Monter. Jacob Allen Morse. Andrew Thomas Murphy. Mackenzie Delphia Neal. And Therese Mariana Josephine Nicolai. Marcus Charles Noble. Chase Riley O'Brien. Kendall Lynn Omlin. Luke Ryan Orozco. Clarabelle Irene Osborne. Jaden McKenna Oso.
Nolan Anthony Overland.
Berkeley Marie Owens.
Nicholas Ronan Patrick.
Carly Mary Jean Pearson.
Joseph James Pestorino.
And Ava Jolie Pettit.
Mine's trash. Ashton right there.
McKenna Cheyenne Pfister.
Ashton Ray Fay.
Charlie Capel Pinto.
Taylor May Potter.
Cameron Michael Potter.
Benjamin Lewis Price.
Ethan Edward Ravio.
I don't know, just pick one.
Okay. Ryan Matthew Ramsey.
Alyssa Marie Randalls.
And Cooper Austin Rasmussen.
Gabrielle Ione Rebeck.
Faith Anne Marie Reed.
Jonathan Daniel Remick.
Ava May Riley.
Ella Jennifer Robles.
Aiden Cruz Rodabaugh.
Logan Paul Rogers.
Landon Wakefield Rowley.
Phoebe Jane Runnels.
Aurora Ruby Rutherford Stone.
Ethan Logan Saylor.
Joshua Edward Scaletta.
Corey Martin Schlatter.
Jane Elizabeth Schlosser.
Trevor James Schofield.
And Dylan Scott Secord.
Kyle Nolan Seaman.
Gracie Lane Shaver.
Zachary Sebastian Shaver.
Haley Ann Lorene Smalley.
Mason James Shore.
Canyon Jack Smith.
Wyatt Martin Smalley.
Stella Bree Snyder.
Brennan Joseph Smith.
Alex Parker Spodnick.
Sophia Ann Spears.
Landon Denny Sternberg.
Justice Colton Staley.
Caleb Daniel Sumrall.
Bryce Michael Stockton.
Cooper.
Roxanne Elizabeth Sunberg.
Cooper Gregory Surplus.
Miranda Claire Talley.
Tessa Nicole Tandy.
Benjamin David Terry.
And William Clarence Tiger.
Taylor Jane Torgerson.
Caitlin Abigail Vaughn.
Ethan Michael Robert Vincent.
Brecken Carey Wallace.
Kyla Marie Wallace.
Raylan Josephine Wanamaker.
Eleanor Ray Webb.
Zachary Levi Humphreys Wenglikowski.
Luke Johansson West.
Cruz Xander Wheeler.
Branson Cole Whitney.
Riley Michelle White.
Allie Renee Whiteman.
Malia Ann Lucille Weebush.
Hope Isabel Willems.
Ethan Jason Wood.
Shelby Ann Young.
Caitlin Grace Zastro.
Jaylene Kelly Ziegler.
Outstanding job by our counselors. Thank you, ladies. Before we proceed here and conclude our ceremony in honoring these folks, we do want to honor a special group sitting out here. We have students going everywhere, but what I'd like right now is for our students who are going to be entering the armed services to please stand up. Thank you so much. We are proud and we appreciate your service. All right, seniors, we got a couple rituals to do here. The first thing is we are going to take those tassels and we are going to move them from the right to the left. And now that you are officially alumni of Coeur d'Alene High School, you need to familiarize yourself with our alma mater. So I'm going to call up Miss Lexi Walker and our chamber choir, and please rise for the Coeur d'Alene High School alma mater. Thank you, Miss Walker, and thank you to our amazing choir singers. All right, this is it. Before I make this announcement, please, 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 as we engage our recessional, please remain in the bleachers till our class of 23 has exited the gym. Ladies and gentlemen, Viking community, I present to you the Coeur d'Alene High School class of 2023.